Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Alright, the Masanori Rikishi Eduardo Nunez fight has just wrapped. Eduardo Nunez winning by unanimous decision. He's now the new IBF super featherweight champ. Just trying to find the scorecards very quickly. If you haven't seen it, go and watch this fight. Honestly, action-packed from the very first round. Okay, here we go. 115, 113, 116, 112, 117, 111. A bit harsh on Rikishi, that scorecard. He was good. Eduardo Nunez was just fighting like a man possessed. Honestly, if you've not seen Nunez before, he's kind of like... Who can I compare him to? Style-wise. He's a bit like Nick Ball, but bigger and hits harder. That's quite a scary prospect, isn't it? Remember, this is the belt that Catterall vacated in order to fight Lee Wood. Catterall obviously decided the Lee Wood fight was more financially rewarding. Probably was. I do wonder if Catterall can't get what he wants. What he wants is a big name at lightweight or an Oshaki Foster fight. If he can't get those fights, I do wonder if he circles back to this fight. There's a lot of talk right now of another 5 versus 5, Queensbury versus Matchroom. Obviously, Catterall is with Queensbury, Sugar Nunez is with Matchroom. Eddie Hearn would make this fight in a heartbeat. It's a fantastic matchup, actually. When you consider how I just described what Eduardo Nunez is, and you think of the way Catterall fights as well, he's now got a lot of pop in his punches, hasn't he? He's now sitting on his shots a bit more. He's a massive super featherweight. He's basically a lightweight. So that's a really good fight. So, yeah, we'll see how it all plays out in the next 12 to 18 months. I was just thinking, actually, bear in mind, Catterall won this belt from Joe Cordina. Where is Joe Cordina? Like, what's happened to Joe? Like, this guy was like that, wasn't he? I mean, everyone was high on Joe Cordina. He lost a fight against Catterall. He got caught. Remember, that fight is kind of controversial because the ref will sound break and Catterall threw that big hook on the break and it was done. The fight was done after that hook. So he's only just lost that fight. And all of a sudden, it's like he's been discarded a little bit. Remember, he was supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson got injured. And I don't know how Joe Cordina wasn't put in the position when Shakur Stevenson was fit. Obviously, it was given to Floyd Schofield. Floyd pulled out. It was given to Josh Padley. I don't think he's with Matchroom anymore. I think he's now with Spencer Brown and Queensbury. They put on loads of shows. So we should see Joe Cordina in the ring sometime soon. But it is weird how... we just haven't heard from Joe, seen Joe. And we've seen him at events and he always seems to be like, you know, itching to get back in the ring. I mean, he's a big name. I don't know if he's a big ticket seller, but he's a big name. Everyone knows who Joe Cordina is. So it is a shame that we haven't seen Joe Cordina for what? Well over a year now. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. He's not a young kid either. All right, before we talk about Delicious Orie and... yeah, this strange news. I find it strange. Some people don't. Very quickly, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I did announce that I now have my own newsletter. It's better than a newsletter. It's like a newsletter on steroids. It's like a one-stop shop for everything me. So all the information, all the latest news about what I'm doing, all the latest videos, not just boxing, but football as well is going to be introduced to the channel very soon. Everything I do for the Zone, everything I do for TalkSport, competitions, giveaways. We are taking the Green Chair on tour as well. We are going to go through or go to a few different cities, which for me is still crazy. Like someone put the idea to me and I was like, who's going to fucking come and watch that? But the feedback is people want to come and watch that. So yeah, we are doing a live tour. I think the first one is going to be September in London. So again, all this information will be on the newsletter. The link to the newsletter is in the description below. Obviously, it's free. Sign up. You just need your name and your email address, and we will flood you with information as to what I am doing. All right, let's talk about Delicious Orie, who's announced his retirement after just one pro fight. I was at said pro fight. Now, some people I've spoken to since this news broke yesterday are like, yeah, we're not shocked. I'm like, huh? I'm very shocked. Honestly, I'm very shocked. This guy was a very, very good amateur, Commonwealth Games gold medalist, European gold medalist, was highly touted going into the Olympics as one of the favorites for a medal. Unfortunately, he lost in the first round to, I think, the eventual gold medalist, or at least at the time, the world champion. And he lost by, I think it was a split. So look, I mean, no shame in losing to that guy. So in him turning over, a lot of people were wanting that signature just because he looks the part. He's a massive man. He's 6'6", he's around 18 stone, and he can box. And he's a good-looking kid. He can speak, so you can understand why everyone is almost wanting the next AJ, right? And he kind of ticked a few of those boxes. I guess alarm bells should have been sent ringing, or alarm bells should have rung when he didn't turn pro straight away, and he made a beeline for pro wrestling. Most of you guys will know this. He went to the Performance Center. I think he tried out for wrestling. It didn't work out, and then he came back to boxing. So that already tells you that his mind was elsewhere. Like, it sounds like, okay, I've done what I needed to do as an amateur. We're not going pro. He wanted to go elsewhere, but he came back. Again, we did his first fight. He was on the undercard of Joe Joyce, Filip Hrgovic, heavy impact card. I spoke to him at the weigh-in because we were supposed to go really big on him. Obviously, it's a big signing for Queensbury and DAZN, and everyone was very excited about it. One thing I do remember, obviously, his first fight wasn't great. It wasn't great. A lot of pressure on your first fight. Again, you're the big new signing, and he couldn't get that guy out of there, and he was kind of, it wasn't the best, right? And I remember, because I have somewhat of a relationship with him, like every time I see him, it's love. So I remember making a beeline for him after the fight, and just went to go and quickly grab him and say, look, dude, it's your first fight. Like, shit happens. Like, just, back to the gym, and you'll be better in your second fight. Like, that guy was tough, etc., etc. And I can remember seeing his face being so despondent, like. But obviously, I wasn't thinking like he was going to fucking stop boxing. But I remember thinking, like, it was only your first fight, dude. It's okay. Everyone, a lot of people struggle in their first fight. When you're up against journeymen who just know how to survive, it can be difficult. So I do wonder if that performance was the catalyst for his decision. I'm going to have to word what I say next properly. I don't want to piss people off, and right now I'm pissing quite a lot of people off. He's a very, very intelligent young man. Like, he's got a degree in, I think, economics and business management or something. The reason I say that is when you are as intelligent as he is, there's no way you've not weighed up the risk reward of professional boxing. I just feel like you if you're one of those smart kids, you're going to weigh it up. And if you are smart, then maybe you've weighed up the risk reward, and the reward isn't worth the risk. Maybe. He did an interesting interview with October Red, and he spoke about the differences between amateur and pro. He said the rounds are longer, which kind of surprised him a little bit. The gloves are a lot smaller, blah, blah, blah. And I just feel he's probably thought, and this might sound a bit silly, but I think he's probably thought only 1%, maybe 1% of 1% will make the big, big, big bucks in boxing. Like 99% of fighters have second jobs and ultimately have to do something else after their career is over to sustain mortgages and just the cost of living. And I just wonder if he's kind of worked all that out because he's very, smart. Like sometimes, this sport, as much as we love it, like it's a crazy sport. Like boxing's a crazy sport. And I do think you have to be a bit crazy to do it. Like, as much as I love it, sometimes I'm ringside, I'm watching these guys, I'm thinking, these guys must be fucking crazy. Especially guys on like the undercards who I kind of get wind of what they're making. And I'm like, Jesus, you're like, this is madness. And I do think you have to be a bit crazy. And don't get me wrong, he might have been one of those guys that would have got to the top and made good money. Maybe. But he isn't willing to bet on maybe. He wants guarantees in life. And I think that's why he's now saying, I'm going to pursue just a normal job, which is a guaranteed income without taking the brain damage. So yeah, maybe that's just what it is with him. I saw AJ post something on Instagram, basically saying kind of what I'm saying as well. What I'm going to say is, you've made that decision, which is fair. It must have been a difficult decision. Sit on it for about a year and see if the hunger comes back. See if that desire, that will, that knowing you've got to then, fucking run through brick doors to get what you want. Like, sit on it free. He's only 27, so 28 is not a problem. He'll be fast tracked. So he'll be fast tracked to big paychecks as well. But yeah, I just wonder if he's kind of weighed it all up and thought, nah. Because you do have to be a bit crazy, to do boxing. Honestly, these guys and girls that do it are fucking mental. I don't know how they do it. I've always said I think it's the toughest sport by far in the world. Like, by far. Like, imagine a sport where you're tired, and they're blowing out their asses. But by the way, these are the fittest guys and girls. They're blowing out of their asses after 3 or 4 rounds. And, like, you've not dented your opponent, and that motherfucker is still coming forward, and you've got to, like, find a way. Oh, my God. It's brutal. It's brutal. So, look, it did come as a surprise to me. Frank Warren must be very pissed off because Frank Warren put a lot into him. But ultimately, when someone makes that decision, you have to respect that decision. You have to. And it wouldn't have been easy for him to make. So, look, good luck to him. I hope he does a bit of a U-turn on it. But again, the signs were there when he decided to try out for the WWE rather than turn pro immediately. That most boxers with that kind of amateur record, they're itching to go pro, like itching. Some might even think that my style is suited. And by the way, that's another thing as well. If you've ever watched him as an amateur, his style isn't really suited to the pros. It's very much a points thing with him, like hit and move, as opposed to fucking getting down and dirty and having a go. So maybe that's kind of a thing as well, that maybe his style wouldn't have crossed over to the pros. I don't know, man. Just my thoughts on it. What's your thoughts on it? Another quick thing before we move on with the other subject. I do have a TikTok account. Follow me on TikTok. I'm putting so much shit up on TikTok. I'm going to put up the screen shot of my TikTok account now. It is, I think it's just Ade. What is it? Should know this. I'm trying to plug something and I don't even know what it is. Is it just Ade Oladipo? Yeah, it is Ade Oladipo. Simple. It's only me. Yeah, go and give me a follow. We are trying to get it to 1,000 followers. We're on like 770, which is pretty shit. Pretty shit at 770. So we are trying to get it to 1,000 followers. So give me a follow. And very quickly, last one, I promise. Remember, all these episodes are available as a podcast, like on Spotify. It will be under my name again, Ade Oladipo. I'll put the screenshot up for you guys so you guys can see it. All right, where are we? What do we have to talk about? I'm hearing that AJ signed. I never understand this stuff. Like, AJ signed a free fight deal, or is on the verge or the cusp of signing a free fight deal with Riyadh Season. I don't know what that means. Does that mean like AJ is signing? Let's just chuck out a couple of numbers here. So 50 million, right? A 50 million free fight deal. Why did I pick 50? I can't even do in my head 50 divided by 3. 60. So let's say he signs a 60 million deal. Does that mean he's guaranteed 20 million? And then all the other little bits and bobs that come with it. I've never understood what that means. But, okay. I didn't think AJ had 3 more fights in him. Let's just say those 3 fights are Fury, Dubois, Usyk in any order. Don't know. I feel like that's the 3. Anything else, can't see it happening. Jack Catterall, I've got to perform, prove that I belong at this level. Yeah. This is quite similar to Josh Taylor. Jack's got way much more left than Josh, by the way. I mean, Jack is a world level fighter. I think we saw that against Barboza. Barboza's a world level fighter. I know Teofimo Lopez beat him handily, but Barboza's a world level fighter. And that fight with Jack was close. But it is similar in the sense that, like Josh Taylor, Jack's dropping a level down. He is. Harlem Eubank is a level down from what Jack has fought, right? Or at least what Jack fought last time out. So, and he's moving up in weight. Again, similar to Josh. So I guess by dropping a level down, you should be able to, if there's still something left, you should be able to beat the guy in front of you. Harlem's good, but he's not Jack Catterall. Both of these guys. And the thing, I guess the biggest difference from the Josh Taylor comparison is that Josh fought a fully fledged welterweight in Echo Usman. Harlem Eubank isn't. Harlem Eubank was going to fight Adam Azim at 140 a year ago. Remember when they got in the ring and did a little face-off? So he's a 140 guy, really. So the 2 140 guys fight at 147. Ryan Garcia undergoes surgery for right hand, out for up to 6 weeks. Yeah. I mean, Ryan Garcia's stock and Devin Haney's, but Devin Haney won, so I guess we can't put them in the same category. But Ryan Garcia's stock after that Rolly Romero defeat ain't looking great right now. Ain't looking great. You know, what should happen? It's very simple, actually. Teofimo Lopez should fight Devin Haney. obviously that should be the fight. Tio's not going to fight Boots. Boots looks like he's going to go to 154. And Ryan should heal up and fight Rolly Romero. That's it. That's it. Simple. That's the best thing that can happen. So that means Devin Haney coming back to his natural weight, 140, and Tio getting a big fight. Tio deserves a big fight after that Barboza performance. Dave Allen, next fight. Deontay Wilder is a possibility, says promoter. It's crazy, isn't it? Look what's happened in boxing the last couple of years. Like if someone told you this 2 years ago, so prior to Wilder getting beat by Parker, in fact, fuck it, after the Parker defeat, if you said a year later we're going to be talking about Wilder versus Dave Allen, and a lot of people giving Dave Allen a really good shot, you'd be like, are you crazy? Like lock him up, throw away the key. But now this is a genuine possibility. Dave Allen versus when is Deontay Wilder's fight? I keep saying it's in June. I think it is, but we've not really. You know what? Because he isn't sort of. He's not. I don't know who's promoting him at the moment, so we're not really hearing from it. This fight is the 27th of June against Terrell Anthony Herndon. Okay. Yeah, it's weird to kind of not have a big Wilder push. Like, has there been a press conference for this? I don't know. I haven't seen one, if there has been. But yeah, Dave Allen's not fighting Deontay Wilder. I'll say that now very quickly. Anything else before? I saw Manny Pacquiao. Someone put some clips up of Manny Pacquiao hitting the pads. I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker looked fast. I ain't gonna lie, that guy looked fast. For a guy that's 46, he looked really sharp. He was making so many mistakes. I mean, who am I to say an 8-weight world champion, 5 linear was making mistakes? But he's squaring up all the time. And I'm like, my God, he's going to get knocked out. But he still looks so sharp. And it wasn't like the Mike Tyson ones that was sped up and you only got like 10 seconds. You saw a good minute of him hitting the pads. His fucking calves are massive. He could land one. Just saying. Peace.